Trying over 30 flavors of Pringles in less than 30 days, here we have the new flavor, Smoky Bacon. Now, when it comes down to trying all of these Pringles, it's pretty much every Pringle that has been available in the United States in the last 6 months, including some from overseas, from China and Japan, and some of them even get smaller, like in Japan with this one here. But I believe I'm going to taste all of them, and I think it's actually 39. There's still a few more en route, some rare ones, but this right here is the newest. Smoky Bacon. Stack up for the game. What game are they talking about? Perhaps the Super Bowl today? See, they can't say it, but I can. And guess what? There's going to be a commercial with Sabrina Carpenter for Pringles during the Super Bowl. That's right. You heard it here first. So, taking gaming to the next level. Now, wait a second. That's a gaming controller. Are they talking about gaming and not the Super Bowl? Nah, that bro's got a television remote in his hand. That is not a game controller. All right, so let's take a look at the nutritional information, and I'm going to open these things up and taste them. The main thing I'm looking for is sodium. These ring in at 220 milligrams, or 10% of your RDA, and the serving size is about 14 crisps. Crisps. So that, to me, seems to be about average for Pringles. I've seen them up and down 10 or so. Let's go ahead and zoom in on the ingredients. With this image here, they're so small from the package that it's hard to read. So zoomed in, dried potatoes, vegetable oil, corn, cottonseed, canola, high oleic soybean, and or sunflower. There's 4 of them. Now, considering that this comes from a for-profit company, I'm assuming that whichever oils are used in this would be whatever was cheapest at the time that they were made. And then, of course, it has degerminated yellow corn flour, cornstarch, maltodextrin, rice flour, mono and diglycerides. And then, of course, 2% of 2% or less of salt, monosodium glutamate. Yay! I am glad to see monosodium glutamate coming back. I believe it got a bad fake rap in the late 80s and early 90s, where someone who was not even a nutritionist just made some derogatory comments about it with no scientific facts whatsoever. People running around claiming it gave them headaches, Chinese restaurants hanging banners outside saying no MSG. It was all ridiculous. I use MSG in my cooking, but I'm not a nutritionist or a doctor. It's never bothered me. Yeast extract, onion powder, sugar, garlic powder, yeast, caramel color, spices, natural flavor, including smoke flavor, citric acid, and boom, coffee powder. Really? Has anyone ever seen coffee powder in a Pringles? Now, the interesting thing about that is that I am fully aware of some Texas barbecue that uses coffee as a rub. But these are focused on bacon. Have you ever used a coffee rub on bacon before? I have. It was unusual. It basically tasted like coffee on bacon. So let's get these things open. Here he is, the mascot that can't say Super Bowl. It's a cool looking package. Look at the graphics on this. Tongs with pink tips, some grilling bacon and what looks like a cast iron skillet there. Let's get this thing open and see what it tastes like. It smells like smoke. To me, this smells like liquid smoke almost immediately. Anyone who has a bottle of liquid smoke in your pantry, I will bet you've done the same thing as me and accidentally used a little bit too much liquid smoke. And once you do that, it can't be fixed. There's 2 things that cannot be fixed when making food. One of them is using too much salt. That's irreversible. unless you serve your guests a whole bunch of margaritas and too much liquid smoke. But I'm not saying this is too much. So there's what it looks like. Standard issue Pringles. I'm getting some bacon, and it doesn't, to me, it doesn't smell artificial. This is promising. Okay, so here's my first pop. Let's see if I can stop. Oh, oh, that's nice. Even though it's bacon flavored, I'm glad to know it doesn't have pork because currently I'm on a no pork diet. A couple of my friends are Muslim, and two of them within a week mentioned to me that they don't eat pork. And I was thinking, can I do that? So I just tried it, and I managed to get by a couple of months with no pork, no problem. Man, I've eaten so much bacon in my life, it doesn't really matter at this point. I'm kind of tired of bacon. These are impressive. Oh, I wouldn't be surprised if these come back. These are really nice. A nice saltiness on the palate. But what I fear is that when they come back, they may just be bacon flavored and not specifically smoky bacon. And in this case, the smokiness works so well. Mm. See, I can't stop at one pop. These are good. These are really nice. But they don't change. I think to eat a lot of these, I would need to add some other toppings to them. Maybe a little bit of sour cream, a little bit of diced scallions, maybe a little bit of lime juice. Mm, I do like. These are great, at least according to my palate. These are a win right here. So now let's see who wins the Super Bowl today. If you enjoy videos like this, be sure to subscribe. There's more coming. There are tons and tons of Pringle flavors coming as I attempt to taste every flavor of Pringles that's been available in the United States in the last 6 months, including some Asian imports. And in fact, tomorrow, Monday, will be the first ever Tasty Cake Snack Time Reviews and Grego's Food Conspiracy collaboration, where we're going to side by side taste the pizza version of Pringles. Coming tomorrow. There's you another reason to subscribe. Until next time, enjoy your snack food tastings. And I will get through all of these Pringles. Just watch. Peace out from San Francisco. Enjoy the game. Bye.